This place here is divine too, but undeniably, this world contains suffering. And so, the source of this universe is something that I consider to be on the other side of it. And that's if you think about it in geometric terms. But other side just implies, not findable with a microscope, not findable with a telescope. It's more of a spirit thing. And you can't uncook an egg. You can't uncook an egg. So trying to find the proof of life by looking at, a molecule and studying it, it's right there. The molecule is moving on its own. It's vibrating. The energy is already in motion, and it's self-organized to become atoms. And then those atoms self-organized to become molecules, and those molecules got together and made a solid object. You know what I'm saying? We don't just see random shit floating around. But the evidence is not within science, it's within belief. And so it's more about just thinking about it and having faith that it will be shown to you. Things will be revealed, as the yearning to understand is what really keeps the human species evolving. And trying to uncook the egg in order to find out when it's going to be ready to eat is a waste of time. It doesn't matter how many different kinds of quarks there are. It doesn't matter, all that really matters is fostering a relationship with the world in which we live. And that's as easy as trying to be nice to someone to make their day better, or trying to be more mindful, or trying to watch something happen like the sunrise. You know what I mean? Think about the sunrise, and then a day goes by, and next thing you know, it just happens naturally. It's a natural process. And so figuring out how it works is not about learning every single detail and trying to reverse engineer the process. It's more about trial and error and rolling into a groove that sort of is a niche for your specific self, like a record groove on vinyl that keeps the music going. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're 15, you don't know shit. When you're 20, you start thinking about life, and then you realize like, oh, it's right here. And then you realize, well, what actually is life? You think about it, and then it just, every day is different. There are no 2 days that are exactly the same. There's something is different about every day, and that's because the nature of at least this part of existence. I can't claim to know the nature of existence as a whole, but infinity does imply infinite displays of itself. If infinity is true, then there are infinities, and so forth. But I wanted to tell that story about the bicycle because when I sit there, I was just like, that's it. That's God. That's God. This thing about these bicycle playing cards and the guy who cheated at poker, and then it comes back around to be a bicycle sitting not a block away from where I was when the plane went by. And so this is the nature of how the world works. You, the observer, are the puzzle piece at the center of the physical world. This reality is based around you. You know what I'm saying? Your consciousness is as fundamental to existence as the laws of physics are. photons aren't photons unless they're measured. You know what I mean? They're waves. And so it's like building blocks on top of the dot at the center of the bullseye, which is such a fundamental part of reality that it can never, ever, ever be broken. You know what I mean? In my worldview, the quantum observer is a necessary requirement for the system to collapse. And therefore, why would it wouldn't be put in the universe? It would be at the center of it, and the universe would be built around it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a key and then build a lock around a key. You are the door, and then the lock goes in. The key goes in. I'm sorry. I don't know. And that's just like light, you know. Sometimes it's as easy as closing your eyes and just looking past your eyelids, and then everything becomes clear.